Good morning everyone from Kyoto, Japan. It is indeed Christmas Day 2023 and I'm looking forward to showing you how to get to the Fushimi Shrine, a famous landmark here in Kyoto. Let's go! Alright, so Christmas Day in Kyoto Station. Probably slightly less busy than usual, but nonetheless a trading day. And we are off to the Nara line, which is the same line to go to the Nara Deer Park, but we'll be obviously getting off earlier. So that's platform 9. Let's walk over there now. And I reckon in future, if we were to come back to Japan, I reckon we'll be looking at accommodation near most of the train stations around the cities that we go to, because that seems to be where the hive of activity is. That's where all the services are. And if you're in an accommodation close to the train station, chances are you'll have to walk less, and we seem to be using a lot of trains in our journey in Japan so far. So that's a good tip for next time, I reckon. Stay near a railway station. That'll probably make things easier for you and your party. And when I say train station, I mean the major Shinkansen station of that city. Ooh, sushi train. Yay, JR Pass for the win again. So good value, isn't it? Let's feed it in. Okay, so we're catching 11 o'clock train on the Nara line, platform 9. Alright, we are at Inari Station. Only 2 stops from Kyoto. I'd say we're at the right place with the orange beams there and lots of tourists. You know, signs are good. There's a lot of tourists here, so it could be crowded again, like yesterday's visit to the bamboo forest. I love the orange motif. JR Pass, woohoo! These are the stations, got the orange and black gates. Cool. And here we are, we're definitely in the right place. Okay, walking through amongst the throng of tourists. Yeah, I think it'd be much more crowded in summer, I'd imagine. We're all here to see the same thing. There's a good reason why. There you go, there's that famous shot. Before we walk through. Lots of ladies dressed in kimonos. Okay, so at the start of the hike there is a handy map to tell you what's along the way, and very importantly, traveling with a large party, is that there are toilets along the way. So first stop would be through the shrine for most people, and then up to see the 10,000 torii gates up the 2-hour, 233 meter hike up Mt Inari. Let's do this. Okay, navigating through the tourists. Will be interesting to see whether they peter out at the top. I guess most people are here to see the torii gates, but it does go all the way up. So I'm curious to find out. Don't see any escalators or elevators. See a few ramps, which is handy. Good thing we practiced at Kyoto Station a couple of nights ago, right? Okay, I think we are walking through the start of the torii gates. Okay, so now we're at the junction where the big gates become little gates. So it's telling us to go right. So we'll follow, let's go right. It's actually more impressive walking backwards. Okay, it's a matter of how many photos we can bomb today. But this certainly looks better backwards, all the writing on the gates there. And there's a convenient little rest area here, selling snacks, souvenirs. Just in case you get tired, you can always turn back, go back down. Or there's an option to keep going. Of course we'll keep going. So these foxes are believed to be the messenger of the deity Inari. They're everywhere throughout the complex. It's hard to know whether to stop when tourists are taking photos. I mean, it's hard not to photobomb. I mean, there are people everywhere. I suppose you do your thing. Be courteous. Just, give them a couple of seconds to get their photo. So it goes down a little bit, but then it ascends again. Okay, so we've got bigger gates now. People dressed up to take photos. There's some that are in disrepair down here. See, look at this one. This one's been, maintained well, repainted recently. It's quite a nice shot of all the gates. And a toilet pit stop along the way too. Very convenient. So consider it too. The Inari Mountain is considered to be a sacred place, so that there are no restrooms after this point. That is really good to know. And there's also a diaper change table in the male change room too. Look, this one's odd one out. This one's made of stone. More foxes. 40 minutes one way from here to the top. You can't drink this water. Souvenirs. Snacks, drinks. Ooh, you dine here. Oh, more foxes. Small gate. Maybe I should paint my white picket fence at home orange and black. There's definitely a lot less tourists up this way, so it's well worth the effort to climb these steps. You get this place pretty much all to yourself, and it's like middle of the day. So you think they're quite meaningful words on the back of these gates, and then you find out they're actually like advertising or promotional for different companies. Yeah, so like I said, if you just take the time to walk a little bit further up the mountain, there'll pretty much be no one around. After a while, you'll have the whole place to yourself. Well, almost to yourself. There's still a few people, but definitely less than down the bottom anyway. And there's a handy sundry shop here, and for 300 yen you can have a matcha ice cream sandwich. Why not? Let's do it. You can always trust there will be vending machines nearby, which is super convenient. That's great. Alright, let's move on. Oh, starting to be able to see the city below us here. Great view. Here a lot of puffing tourists. And what's cool is that you can see the Shinkansen line above the city there. Nice view. We're at the summit. No, we're not. There's more. There we go. Let's do this. These guys hard at work doing maintenance. Okay, so a lot of tourists have probably given up, and you can see now there's definitely less people. Beware of boars and monkeys. Wild boars and monkeys may appear on the grounds. Please be careful not to approach them. Also, please do not give them food. Almost there. Mountaintop in 5 minutes. Almost at the summit. And look at this. A different figurehead as opposed to the usual foxes that we see around here. Ooh, we made it. 233 meters. Lots of incense. Lots of statues. Lots of little gates. More little gates. And more little foxes. These guys look angry. Ooh, same lion figure with a handkerchief. There's one here too. Okay, now for the descent. By the way, any West Tigers or GWS Giants fans out there? So I've seen that gentleman a few times now walking up the mountain. Very impressive. Super hunched over. Lots of kyphosis. But he's almost at the top. And now we can feel super smug going downhill. Have we passed 10,000 gates? Probably not. But there's been quite a lot. Boars have been stopped in the precinct. Do not approach them if you come across. Be careful, especially at night. And we come to the sacredhuman.com gate. And lots of little foxes. Haven't seen this figure yet. Yep, La Puerta. That's what it is. Alright, we made it down the bottom. Back to the DJI Inari station. And back to lunch. And it's a lot more crowded down here. So I think it's definitely worth the walk up the mountain. If you're not going to go all the way up, at least go part way up. There'll be a lot less tourists to take your nice photo of the Inari gates. And back to the DJI Inari station.